welcome to a new video today. This one's gonna be a little bit more different. Usually I tend to draw a character and I just paint it, or you just see me paint the character and that's it. But this week, after having 2 exams and they were very tough in medicine school, I thought that it would be nice to do something to relax, and I thought that, I read sometime somewhere that if you were stressed, if you didn't know what to draw, drawing flowers or painting was a really nice idea. But back then I tried to draw flowers, but I am not good with them. So I instead tried drawing fruits, and I'm using acrylic markers for this, which I'll show you on the screen. And so yes, I find fruit really relaxing to do paintings of, and I decided to try these acrylic markers that I had ordered a few weeks ago. And the first drawing was me testing them because I had never used them. This is my first time using acrylic markers, and I really like how convenient they are. So today, it's just gonna be that relaxing fruit painting. Let's go with the strawberry first. Now I have very mixed feelings with the strawberry. On the one hand, I really like that I had the exact colors that I wanted with these acrylic paint sets. But my technique is not really that good. I thought I would have gotten it to look a little bit better, because I think that the grapes that I drew before were really nice for my first time painting. I thought the strawberry was gonna be looking just as nice, but I ended up being a bit disappointed in the end. I tried to fix it by adding more colors, and I think I did fix a bit of it, but I still like the grapes better. And speaking of strawberries, here's a fun fact. I actually am a very picky eater, and it took me forever to learn how to like to eat fruit. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I never liked the texture of fruit. I like how it smells and the flavor of it, but the texture always got me, and I just felt like I was gonna puke because of the texture. It's a weird way of explaining it, I know. But this year, for once, I actually ate a strawberry, and I ended up wanting more of them, so I ate like 4 or 5, and I ended up eating like half a box of strawberries. So that's a really good news for me this year. So here is a strawberry drawing dedicated to that. Right, now let's move on to the next fruit. I really like peach tea, so I wanted to make a peach drawing because peaches smell good. I like how they are fuzzy. I don't like that when you eat them, if you have I don't know if you've ever tried eating a peach, but sometimes even the inner part gets a little bit of those tiny little fuzzy things, and it's a bit weird, but I like touching them. Peaches are good, and they are sweet, and you can have them in tea, and there's peach syrup, peach tea, anything with peach is nice. So I drew a peach, half a peach. Also, if you watched Rachel, the scene with the peach is really iconic as well. I also like that I had all the colors that I needed for this. I was hesitating a little bit whether I would add these tiny white lighter lines, because some peaches had them in the references that I found on Pinterest, and others didn't have it. So I ended up thinking, it might just be a thing about like the lighting that changes it. But I like how the seed looks inside. It looked really nice. at the end. I am more proud of the seed than just the seed of the peach than of the strawberry. I mean, just look at that seed. That went beyond my own expectations. Just the seed. Moving on to the blueberries. I think blueberries are really good. Very versatile. I have had them in some cocktails that I make at home, and they're really nice to have as decoration on top. I don't like that they are more acid than raspberries, I guess, but in terms of the color that they leave when you do like a slushy or a milkshake or even like ice cream that is blueberry, I think it's really good. And I like the colors. I like that when you touch them, they stain red. When you're like eating them, they stay red, but they look bluish and violetish. So that's really cute too. Now that's left is adding a few highlights here and there, and we're good to go. Blueberries are done. Alright, I forgot to erase this pencil part that I didn't go in. Okay, I think this was a bit of a mistake. I should have made a drawing or a base, and I noticed pretty quick that I should have just done the drawing first, because the thing about the acrylic markers is that you're not gonna see that later. But I didn't think about that, so I just thought, no, you know what, I'll just go and do it. Little did I know I was gonna waste more paint than I wanted. So I'll think about that next time. Can you guess what I'm drawing? I think this one is one of the hardest ones that I tried, and I basically wanted to do it because I had the colors mostly. But I mean, it was harder than I thought. This one was a lot tougher to draw than I thought. Out of the I guess it's 6 of them. Out of the 6 drawings, this one would be the second hardest. I think that the strawberry was harder than this one. And I think the easiest one was probably the peach. This one I also saw many references where there were highlights in some of them and some of others didn't have highlights. So I didn't know whether I should keep them there or not. I think I ended up putting them. One thing that I did regret is not having made the kiwi a bit bigger. Maybe I should have made it at like actual size. Well, I guess it could be actual size, but I wanted it to be a bit bigger so that I could see the details a bit more, because that was the main problem. Thing about the tip of these markers is that yes, it is like brush tip, but like really when you want the ink to come out, it doesn't come out as thick or the way that you want to if you're using only the tip. So you end up needing to put more pressure on it so that it stains the way that you want it to stain. Must put some highlights here and there, and we're about to be done. The kiwi's done. Well, I guess I had a bit more shadows here. And finally, I'm actually gonna draw it this time because I don't want to have to deal with not knowing dimensions. It's cherries. It's the cherry on top of the video, literally. I love cherry red, which is why I wanted to put cherries here. Cherries are tasty, they smell nice. I love perfumes that have cherries. I love sakura smells, sakura tree smells, perfumes. So good. But I thought that I had more reds, more of a red range in the acrylic markers, and I ended up not having them, so I ended up just making a mix with other colors that were darker, I guess, but it didn't work out much, so I ended up just covering that darkness with a little bit of red and fixing it. Well, not fixing it, just saving it from how bad it looked. I paint fruits to relax. Me painting fruits. The color doesn't match. It doesn't match. It's not the right red. Looks like we got to the end of the video. If you ended up liking it and loved watching me struggle to paint that one fruit, you can subscribe, leave a like, or even follow me on the rest of my socials, which are linked down below.